Good evening, everybody. Everybody who's coming in live, say hello to me. It's Anita Dawn here from Cell Pilates and Anita Dawn Wellbeing. And it is the last of a 31-day challenge. It actually finishes tomorrow with the masterclass at 10 o'clock. So don't forget to sign into that. And if you just want to have an idea of what it's about, just scroll down into this Facebook group. Maybe you're not in the group, maybe you're watching this on YouTube. Yes, so just scroll down and it will give you the link to sign in, and also a little clip from last week. So it's going to be similar to that, but you do have an option of equipment, but I'm not going to be showing you every option. We're just going to flow through the class and have a really good workout. Okay, it's not total beginners, but if you've been following me and coming along with my program, you are not a beginner anymore. Okay, but you could also always sign up. You'll get a link to the masterclass tomorrow, and then you could work your way through the sessions. They are in the group there. They're available to everybody. And what's not to love about that? So today I'm saving the best till last. It is myofascial release on the buttocks, on the gluteal muscles. And they carry a lot of tension. They do a lot of work just carrying us around. And they do kind of get very, as I say, hold a lot of tension. Some parts do get tight, It's usually the opposite. They're quite sort of lengthened and weak, but it should feel, when it feels good, and if you get that little bit of achy bit, then it's really going to help to make you feel lighter. And it actually makes you feel like you're losing a few inches off the butt. I don't know whether that's a great thing, because there's this trend, this fashion, isn't there, to have a nice round butt, but that's more muscle rather than fat. Okie dokie. So I'm going to start off standing. So it's ready to start, and with one myofascial, one prickly ball. Okay, you could do it with a tennis ball. You could do it with, I wouldn't do it with a heavy lacrosse ball or anything. You might drop it on your toes. Are you wearing shoes? It doesn't matter. Particularly if you're doing it against the wall, I find you've got a better grip using shoes. Okay, so we'll just get that rolled out the way, and this isn't really suitable here, but hopefully you can see me very well. It's just got indentations. Ideally you want a flat wall, and but what I'm going to do there is just put it in the middle of my buttock muscles there, and I'm going to have my legs apart. And it's all about leaning into the door there, and we did this similar with the back muscles earlier on in the week. And the thing about this is you have more control over the range of actually where you're doing it. So it's much easier. But the negative is you're just doing one side at a time. You couldn't it wouldn't work with two balls. Not really. There's only a certain amount of weight you can actually put through the ball. So sometimes with myofascial release, we're looking at movement over the tissue, whether it's fascia, muscles like this as well. And then when you feel that really tight, achy bit, then you want to hold it and compress, put a little bit more pressure through that. So let's just take that on the other one, and then you can compare. So maybe it's not suitable where you are to lie down on the floor and do this, and so you could do it standing if you're doing a standing class. It's up to the instructor to tell you, isn't it, that one could do. And you can really be more precise with the places when you're standing up and using the wall. So lying down on the floor, we're going to start off seated, and we're going to use both of them. And they tend to behave themselves pretty well here. So I'm going to sit on them first of all. So right up on top of them, so right under the sit bones. So if you get them equal, and surface, so you don't want a real sort of plush carpet with deep pile, because that's going to be really hard to do the rolling on the floor. What I've got here is a yoga mat. Really works well. Pilates mat, not so well, because it's stretchy and it's thicker, and the floor, the balls slip on the floor. So on this one, I'm tilting the pelvis back, and I'm supporting my back with lean with the hands. And we want to be fairly mindful about the shoulders not dropping down here, a little bit of energy there. Okay, so I could go up and down here, just on the fleshy bits. You go right up to the top of the pelvis there, and then down to the sit bones. And you can go side to side. you could go a little faster. Okay, and also if you just roll over a little bit further onto one side, you just get into those glute min that are responsible for hip rotation and abduction, taking the leg out to the side and just before almost into the hip joint, yeah, and that feels really kind of like it's a good discomfort. And then staying on the other side, I'm just rolling over to the other side. So you want to relax that side. So here I'm on the left side and I want to see if I can relax that left leg. Yeah, so the arms are doing most of the work and you want to relax the buttock cheeks. Yeah, so that's why you're supporting yourself with the feet. And there's no right or wrong, but just really working acrossways, and then you could circle around the other way. Yeah, so for this I like the one that I rotate the knees to the side. I find the seated one works best for that rather than any other position. Okay, and then we can come down on the floor where we're lying down. Of course, that's more relaxing for the body, and that's going to help you to relax through the area where you're doing the myofascial release. Yeah, so this is really a rolling technique as well as myofascial release, kind of rolled into one. Sorry about the pun there. So you might want to afterwards maybe just hold. I know I've got a very achy bit into the right side of the pelvis there. I don't know what's going on, but I know this really helps. So I'm getting where they're a little bit apart and they're equally both in the center of the buttocks, and I can do a little bit of side to side. And here you can get into the you might want to just extend that leg out on that side. It changes it. You might want to stay there and move the leg around. Yeah, particularly that rotation. Oh, that gets right deep into, yeah, that's pretty nice, that, yeah. Okay, let's do that on the other side. So then you just, I mean, it's different. Body changes all the time. So I'm just doing a little bit of movement there. So rather than moving the whole body, and moving the balls around, yeah, I can then move the leg. And that just move around where you just feel that you have tension. And yeah, definitely, and you can just stay there and using your breath, exhale as you just sink in and relax into that, and really relax into it. And then I'm coming back here. Yeah, so here we can quite easily roll up and just sort of side to side at the top of the pelvis, just not on the bones there, but really the top of the pelvis. There's no right or wrong. You can do a circular movement, just side to side, see how far you want to go. And then I can just walk myself away a bit there, and it's coming down. Might need to keep readjusting them. Yeah, readjusting them there because they will move. Getting down towards the sit bones there. So really I'm tilting the pelvis forward and digging in. And then if you really want to get mean with yourself, i.e. get some real results from it, real benefit, we're going to take the right foot on the left thigh. I'm just going to help to pop it in the right place. Make sure you got no pressure on that left knee. Okay, so I've got more weight going into that right hip there. You might bring your left buttock cheek off the ball, and you could kind of do a little bit of just rolling, just moving side to side here. Try to relax that side. It's very difficult to relax, isn't it? Yeah, and then just move it around. So I'm go very light on that left leg. It's got a lot of weight going into that right buttock cheek there. Yeah, and then into a little bit around the corner, a little bit higher. I mean, there's no right or wrong way. And we change, the body changes day to day, and everybody's different. Yeah. So I'm going to start with those balls in that start position and then take the left foot up there. So that's going to put more focus into that left buttock. So I'm going light on the right buttock, but I find it's quite difficult to relax. So that's where you might want to hold it a little bit and just breathe. And on the exhale, just kind of sink into the ball. But you really want to find the bit that's really uncomfortable. So for me, it's just below the top of the pelvis, just to the outside of the PSIS, posterior superior iliac spine, if you've got the technical term. And I'm almost just going into the joint there. So these muscles work so hard, keeping the femur, the thigh bone, in the socket, and then with all the movements that we're doing, and probably finish off there, with some. Oh dear, that's feeling a bit sore, but just wait how you feel later, and just rolling around. It's quite hard in this position to go up and down that way, so that's what you can do when you're seated. Yeah, and just coming down, finally down towards the sit bones. Yeah, so I find in this position it's really going side to side, more into the side of the hip joint, and putting more focus into one glute with the foot on the thigh. Okay, so let's just let's take the ball away there. Whoa, it feels like my bottom's disappeared. I'm just resting on my spine and my tailbone. Yeah, so just take the balls away and just take a few moments just to do nothing. That's just really weird. It's just, thank goodness, I've just got to check that they're still there. Yeah. All right, so let's gently roll off to the side. I mean, you can stay and carry on there, of course, if you want to. I expect you're in your own home. And I'm actually going to stand up rather than stay seated there and just kind of move around a little bit and just see how it feels. So imagine how it feels when we do a full myofascial release in the body. And I am doing a class in February. It's a pay-as-you-go class, and it will be on Zoom. But you'd need the prickly balls and also the rollers. A lot of it you can use the tennis balls and the rollers and all the rollers, but why not treat yourself? I think I've got one pair left, and they're £15 for that pair. I think sometimes you've got to pay £12 each. If you're ordering them off the internet, then just make sure you're getting two. Yes, so how's that feeling? Just do a little bit of pedaling, and just amazing, isn't it? All right, but always good to have a nice inhale and exhale. Okay, so I hope you'll do that on a regular basis. I hope you enjoyed that, and it just treat yourself. It feels so good, and it's just hard to know what to treat yourself with these days, isn't it, in lockdown. But so you guys, thank you so much for following me and joining me on these 10-minute slots. But I'd really love to have your feedback. Let me know how they've worked for you. And what would work for you in February? Yes, I'm just it's not too late. I'm just putting together some programs for February, and I really want to carry on giving you value there. It might be for a small fee. I don't know, if you ask me nicely, then perhaps we'll carry on doing some free sessions, but that would always be on Facebook. Yeah, so I'd really recommend just investing a little bit of money and going into Zoom, where we have a community online. We can chat before and after the class, and it's really interactive, and so you can join in with the members and just join the community as well. All right, guys. So thanks so much for joining me this evening. Have a great evening, and do let me know if you're watching it on replay, #replay. But like it, put some likes, whatever you've watched and you like them. Please go back through the Facebook group and just click the like button. Yeah, because at the moment it's like no one's liked them, and that can be a little bit, it's a little bit depressing sometimes as an instructor. Yeah, but there's one of two of you that really, give me great feedback, and you guys keep me going. Yeah, so please, and you're still around. Most of you are still around, so you must be liking it. So please just click that little thing, that Facebook like, and I'll be an even happier bunny. I hope to see you tomorrow. Scroll down in the Facebook group here, and you'll find a little video of last week's. Yeah, you can just see it's not going to be exactly the same. I always change it, and it's going to be a little bit more flowing. We should get a few more strength training exercises done in. I did the LITs, a brand new LIT program we did at the beginning as part of a kind of warm-up pulse raiser, and nice stretch at the end. Great start to your weekend. Okay, guys, thank you so much, and I look forward to reading your comments and seeing you in the masterclass tomorrow. All right, have a beautiful evening. Stay safe, keep moving, and really positive mindset. That reminds me, I will be doing some webinars, not just on osteoporosis and on the value of muscle of muscles, but also about mindset, because you've got to have the right mindset really to start with, so that you commit yourself and you're consistent with your workouts. Okay guys, thank you so much and see you soon.